Right, the GPZ1100. Just out on a test ride at the moment. I'm a little spot I use. It's about 2.5 miles from the workshop. It's a good place to just stop, check the bike over, make sure everything's working as it should be, and with nothing coming out anywhere we don't want it to. This bike came into us. Another garage had basically diagnosed it was blowing oil, and they'd had a camera down the bore and they'd found that it was wet inside the cylinders, oil was leaking through, so it needed rebores and pistons. They weren't in a sort of position to carry that out at the time, so they asked if we would take it on, which we did. So we've had the cylinder head off, cylinders off, checked them out, and yet they were completely worn out, needed replacing. Kawasaki unfortunately don't do oversized pistons for these anymore. We had to get a set through Wasner, who do a big bore piston kit. Takes these engines out to, I think it's 1174cc, something like that. But there's plenty of material on these cylinders to go at. It's like, I'm not sure if Kawasaki originally intended these to maybe go up to sort of 1200cc or more maybe. But, so we've done that. New Wasner pistons, big bore. Customer asked us if at the same time we could maybe do tyres. So we've changed those, some new Bridgestone BT46s. He supplied us with a new front disc on this side. We fitted, because it had a slight judder, we fitted a new oil level sender into the sump, which he'd supplied us. Flasher unit wanted changing, so just a few little bits and pieces to do. Started it up since. It's been absolutely spot on. 1980s electronic fuel injection on these bikes. Sorry, this is normally a really quiet lane. Suddenly got a flurry of traffic. Well, that's a flurry of traffic for North Yorkshire lanes. So yeah, we've like I said, 1980s electronic fuel injection. It starts and runs lovely. Ever since it's been restarted, the smoke has just disappeared completely, as you'd expect. It settles straight down to tick over perfectly. Some engines, especially air-cooled oil-cooled, air-cooled engines, when you rebuild them, they will smoke a bit on first startup. You have to sort of what we call cook them in, which is where you just get them good and hot and give them a run, and maybe 100-150 miles the smoke will dissipate as the rings and the bores sort of bed into each other. But this one, literally from the moment it started up, it's been absolutely fine. So I'm just doing some running in miles. The owner's coming for it today. He's going to pick it up from our workshop and go right over to the coast. He's going to do Whitby and Scarborough as a run round. So obviously I want to make sure it's absolutely perfect for him, and hopefully by the time he's got home he'll have done a good chunk of that running in, and she'll be running well. 600 miles or so, then it'll want oil and filter changing again, and then it will be good to go for another, it's done 48,000 miles, so maybe another 48,000 miles.